Alright guys, so it's been a while since we played the Even 90. I want to give you guys a session in this vehicle. Even in my most recent videos, it's been a lot more like aggressive light tanks, and I haven't played this thing in quite some time. Because I have so many battles in it that I just don't even like feel like it's necessary anymore to like even play this thing. But we 3-marked this thing a long time ago. I have an absolutely stacked crew. I mean, you guys can see it here. I'm not even going to go over it. This tank, it has a very trollish gun. What I actually did was I run it with CVS and optics. I took low noise exhaust off of it and put V-stab on, even on my scouting setup. And then I have vents, V-stab, and the improved rotation mechanism. If you get like mines or Abbey or like any of those, but you get 45.58% concealment on this thing the way I have it set up without even running the low noise exhaust. So I don't even think you need it. Arguably, like, you can use it, but I feel like in most situations you're going to be in bushes anyway or something, and like you're just not going to get spotted, man. You know? Like people that have CVS, yeah, but you already have more concealment than most light tanks do at this tier anyway. So that's what I mean. It's just like this thing is so small, like you can get away with a lot already that I'd rather just have this to increase my aiming, because this thing, the gun on it is freaking ridiculously bad. So we're going to play this tank. If I die early, I'll probably just play like the LHMTV, because I think that's the one that we have that's probably the most like it. It's kind of small and yeah. Or we can play the G-Sor even, maybe. But I'll figure it out. So let's get into the games, guys. We played the AMX ELC, the tier 5, and we had a decent session. So I wanted to try that out. But let's see how this one goes. I think we'll keep 2 even 90s. I think we're going to keep this loadout on. And depending on where our LHM TV goes in even 90, because we have 2, and we have 2 Borisks, I'm just going to go to the middle, man. This is going to be ridiculous. We have so many tanks that can spot. I feel like I don't need to spot, so. But I'm going to keep my scouting setup on, because you never know, man. It's always one of those things for me where if I'm on a map where I think I might have to spot later on, it's like one of those, I'd rather have it and not need it than need it and not have it, basically. So LHM TV is going this way, Even's going that way. Good, that's what I want. I'm going to come right up to here, and my goal is to try and attack, like, if the LT or the Hawk go this way, because they have an Even, a Hawk, and an LT 432. This thing just isn't good at snapshotting, that's all. It's just not good at snapshotting. We were able to get 1 into the Borisk, and look, it was a 196 roll. I think this thing just does 220. It's just like, I feel like every single shot I take with this tank, it's a low roll, you know? I want to see one of these light tanks coming up here to go after the LHM. I don't want to lose the LHM, but it would give me 3 easy shots. Utas. See if I have any shots here. I'm just looking for shots, guys. That's all I'm doing here. I'm just holding this area. We have no one else here. I could get pressed easily, which is concerning, but it hasn't happened yet. I could run, but I don't know, man. I don't think it's the right play yet. Okay, there's the Hawk. Trying very hard to get shots into these guys, but okay, Boris poking up there is I would not expect that. And I'm watching this Progetto behind me because I want to make sure I'm covered from behind as well. Okay, he's going to come this way. There's the Hawk there. Okay, I need to start running this way. I'm going to run out of support here. Ooh, the rain's going up. One shot by the Hawk. He did how much damage was that? Like 700 damage with one HE shell. And this is why I tell you guys, man, there are tanks that just play very differently. One shot from that guy's gun, and it almost took all of my HP away. I'm just going to come back to here for now. I could just wait for some support. I want to figure out where this Hawk 30 is. I'm a one-shot now, so I have to just play this very, very carefully. I think I have enough grass here where I can kind of be, like, hidden. Okay. I think it's worth it to try and go now. Should be safe right here. I'm actually going to go and reload and just hang out in this area for a moment. There's no arty. Should be fine. We're rocking and rolling, man. We're good to go here. Oh, I'm gonna die. Whew. 1264 damage, 115 assists. Kind of a garbage game, man, but we'll take it. But we did hit the Lorraine for 639 damage, and that's why I wanted to hang out in that area. Unfortunately, we paid the price because the Hawk 30 hit me once and lit me on fire, and he did like 700 something damage to me, which is just ridiculous, but... Okay, good. Let's go one more. Yeah, it was kind of a really bad game by WTR, but whatever, man. This is why the even is tricky, man, to play, because if you get on a map where it's just like you're not really spotting anything, it's like, what do I do? You know? And it's why I think the even 90 is a really good tank to play if you don't understand spotting mechanics yet. Because yes, you can play it really, really well if you do understand spotting mechanics, but if you don't, it's a really good tank to learn on because it's very forgiving, especially if you run it with low noise exhaust. And so I think it makes it worth it, right? This is the tank that I learned how to do all my passive scouting with. And then play the tanks that are more aggressive, right? Like your M4190 and your Hawk 30 and stuff like that. I'm going to come to my little tree over here, / bush, and see if it works this time around. It's hit or miss every time, man. And it's dangerous, but we're going to try it out. Back to this tree. Hopefully no one sees. Okay, there we go. I'm telling you, man, this bush works. It is hit or miss. Don't expect this to happen every time you get in this bush, guys. I'm just warning you. Like, I have 470-something view range with CVS. Hoping the SP1C can't have CVS. It's tier 7. But this is what happens. Like, people will start coming up here, and then your position is kind of... It sucks, because now you have to try and figure out how to run away from here, basically. But I'm just watching him to see if he gets in my... I'm watching this circle right here, if you guys can see this. That's what I'm watching to see if he's going to be in my proxy range. There we go. And I like to get right on the edge. You see how I'm like right on the edge? Like I'm about to fall off? I like to get as close as I can without falling off because it gets you a couple meters closer where you can spot these areas slightly more effectively. We're countering the SP1C. But again, I'm going to emphasize, guys, do not expect this to happen every time you get in this bush. It's hit or miss, but it's another place you can go, right? You can try. And in my videos, if you watch my videos from months and months and months ago, I tell you guys, like, just because it works for me doesn't mean it'll work for you, and just because it works for you doesn't mean it'll work for me. Every game is different. Sometimes you'll go places and you won't get a lot of spotting. Sometimes you'll go places where you think you'll get 1,000 and you'll get like 6K spotting, right? And then people will like come in my comment section, no offense, but, oh, Whirls, you know, I tried this bush and I got 6K spotting, and I'm like, yeah, but how often is that going to happen, you know? Let me take this shot. Let's see. I spotted? No. Gonna go on reload. But you know what I mean? It's like you have to, I would argue you have to test a spot for like over ELC, you spot, I shoot. Now that's hopefully the plan. But that's kind of what you want to be doing, right? Is like testing a spot over and over and over and over again to see if it's really going to work every single time. Or most of the time even. Like, if a spot works more than 50% of the time, I would say it's a good spot to passive scout, right? Because there's even spots on, like, Prokhorovka where you might not get a lot of spotting, right? Like, passive scouting locations. And so it just, what it comes down to, guys, is you have to test these spots over many, many battles. And I have tested this spot, and it's like a 50-50. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. And that's the case with a lot of spots, but especially that one, I would argue, is, like, much more hit or miss. And it worked this game. We got 1,500 spotting. We kind of won this area of the map. Still getting a little bit of spotting on the Scorp. I'm gonna come up from behind this guy. Okay, he ran, never mind. Wow, that's a rare shot. Okay, now what I want to do, and this guy's pinging it like I'm some fucking retard and I don't know that I should try and be spotting here, but I guess if you want to ping it, man, go for it. I'm so mean to people, man. It's just like, I know what I have to do when people tell me what to do. It just irks me, man, because they don't know that I, like, literally have content talking about this crap. But no offense to any of these people pinging. But anyway, the guy's not wrong. We want to put eyes here, and I want to actually try and get in a spot where I can scout, but also do damage, which is like right here. Try and take a shot on this Progetto. I come right here, actually. Yeah, we have easy side shots on this guy. You'll never expect this. 1, 2, we're gone. Now I'm just trying to figure out where the S1 is. Okay, he's over there. Good. Just come around this way now. This gun, man. I swear. But that's pretty much the game. We're just gonna wait here, watch these guys die, I guess. We'll wave to them. That's their time. So yeah, that's that. Now, what I will say is I think if these guys kept all pushing towards our base, it would have been a much different game. You know? Because I always feel like ABC 1, 2, 3, maybe you guys have had different experiences, but if you win ABC 1, 2, 3 and you keep going towards the enemy base, usually you win. More times than not. It depends on how quick the enemy wins or you win the field, but yeah, that's kind of how it works. I feel like ABC 1, 2, 3 is really the whole map for El Huluf. So, all right, next game. Yeah, these maps are just not great for this tank. I might play a 4th just to see, give you guys some content, but so I think what we'll do is we'll go with this setup. The bounty events does give me a decent amount of this is upgraded, right? I hope it is. It gives me a decent amount of view range still, so we're almost max view range, but this is a tent game, so we just want to be careful with this. I'm going to come up to this, my typical location, because again, we have a lot of concealment. And we can just poke right in this bush here, unless someone blind fires it or somehow we get spotted. I don't see that happening, but never know. And just kind of sit right here and see if anyone pokes, like right here. Like this is what I want. I want to see someone. There you go. Okay, Bulldog came around here. That was an interesting play on his part. They don't have Artie, so... No Artie. I just want to sit right here, man. This is what you need to do, man. You kind of like counter this. If you're playing lights. Sit like right here. Bulldog. This guy is mildly infuriating, man. Can someone please, like, we have mediums back here, like, maybe try and help me in this area? It's like, holy crap, dude. These mediums, bro, I swear. Okay, I'm gonna start running away from here because, yeah, this bulldog, dude. This guy is just so freaking annoying, man, and these mediums are just, like, so bad. I'm not gonna lie, man, these mediums are just, like, really bad. They need to be doing something, man. They're all just kind of, like, chilling. I know the Leos are good snipers, but, like, you guys need to put your tanks somewhere, man. We're just giving them the whole entire middle of the map, so that's not really gonna work. Come right to this corner. I like this corner, but usually only in tank destroyers. I don't know how much I'm going to be able to do with this tank. I like it because it kind of prevents people from, like, poking, like, in this area. You can hit them. The bulldog might come around here. We'll have shots. Trying to think what else I can do here with the even 90, man. I'd like to try and eliminate this bulldog if I can, but we just, like, our team just didn't take any map, man. Like, all the mediums just kind of sat, and theirs are, like, up on the hill, and they're, like, trying to poke up closer and stuff. On this hill, I feel like they just had so much better positioning than we did. But I really want to be here to support. I'm going to load ABCRs. Oh my god, man. It's like as soon as I move... Good. Waiting for this TVP to come around. The spot just did not work well, man. I feel like we could have put our gun in this game so much faster, but just like they're all over here, man. I'm trying to win the hill instead. Come back, man. I'm just never in the right area right now, man. Like, I'm trying to help this guy, and I'm going back this way. This tank works a lot better when you're running around everybody, but I'm trying to play it safe, and I'm just... Everywhere I put my gun, no one's there. It's like that Call of Duty meme where, like, you hold your gun in one spot for, like, 5 minutes, and then as soon as you move, the guy comes around the corner. That's how I feel right now. Like, we're just never... The timing is just not good. But I like to start using my HP, man. For some reason, I didn't think he would turn that fast. I thought I had enough time, but I definitely did not have enough time. I exposed myself too much trying to take a shot at the Sioux. Could have played this game so much better, man. I'm amazed this is a win. I'm going to run in and surprise this Yag. He'll never see it coming.
I appreciate it.
Beautiful. We could have played that game so much better, man, but I'll take the win. 1365 damage. The problem is, like I said, guys, is we had no positioning. Our mediums had no positioning. Everyone was kind of camped out in the base, and so we weren't putting any pressure on them on the hill at first or in the middle. And so, like, the Bulldog was taking advantage of that. He was actually doing it pretty well and coming up to get shots into me. No one was there to help me. You know, he came up really high, and I feel like if people were there, he would have got absolutely obliterated. But where he was is a good spot to try and get side shots at the hill, like towards the hill, if you have the support, you know, and I guess he kind of did. We got a couple shots at the Leopard to keep him honest over there. That's what I call keeping people honest. You know, they can't just poke freely. So let's see how this game goes. This might be a little bit better. They have an LHM and a T92. I'm going to try and go. I am going to go to my bush line, I think. I think I want to go to my bush line. ELC, do your job. Okay, do yours. Excuse me, thank you. My concern on this side of the map is always that people are going to outspot me. Like, they're going to come up like I do from the other spawn. And that's what I hate. I hate being here because I don't want to get spotted by someone who's going to make an active run like this. So the LHM TV could still do that. And as soon as it happens, you got to move, because these tank destroyers will all have shots. Okay, here's the Bruschetto. These guys are fighting over the word ELC in the chat, saying that's a tier 5, it's a tier 8. It's like, dude, they're both ELC. There's an even 90 and there's an AMX ELC BIS. Like, just let it go, man. People will argue over anything in the chat, I swear. I swear to you guys, man, people will literally argue over anything in the World of Tanks chat. No one can get along in the World of Tanks chat. It literally says, ELC even 90. Like, just let it be, man. Good. Little spotting on him. There's the Karn. That guy's, you know, going full tourist mode. Trying to counter this T92 if I can. There's the conch. I call it the conj. I know that's not really what it's called, but both of these guys are poking up here. These guys in a platoon or something? Yeah, they are. All three of them are about to make moves here. Good. Good, 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 good. I think we can get away with this. Nope, apparently not. T-92 is still where he is. It's fine. We can run away from here. I thought maybe the T-92 had left that area because I wasn't spotting him, but he was just sitting in that bush the whole time. I'm gonna make a really, really, like, aggressive, risky run through here. This. Let's try and bait some shots, maybe. This is something you can do in the even, because it's so small. So, like, we just made an active run. Just trying to clean up what's in the middle area so we can make a pass, like, right here. And now I'm gonna start going here to make a pass. I'm going to try and put this tree, like, right here. Try not to get spotted. Just run right through like this. LHMTV, I see him. I'm not really worried about him right now. It's 10 to 1. We're just looking for the T-28, honestly, at this point. It's just Artie. There's the GW. Okay, good. He's gone. I'm going to assume the T-28 is in this corner back here somewhere. I'm going to start running to that area. Or not. Artie's balanced, guys. I've told you this many, many times. It's a very balanced tank class in this game. And there are people that actually, you know, disagree and agree with me. They're like, oh, you know, Whirls, you know, it's been nerfed. You know, Whirls, it's been nerfed, Whirls. Like, stop complaining about Artie, Whirls. It's been nerfed, Whirls. You know? And I'm like, yeah, you guys are right. It's perfectly balanced to play the game with one hand and be able to one-shot a vehicle when you're not getting spotted yourself for taking the shot, and, you know, there's absolutely no risk. It's 100% balanced, man. You guys drive me nuts, man, I swear. Yeah, but Whirls, it's hard to hit the shot. I'm like, okay, but what's the risk? Like, there's no risk in you taking the shot. You could sit back there all day and just click, 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 click. And people wonder why they get made fun of when they main an Arta. When they main Arta tanks. Anyway, guys, moving on. 3572 spotting, 544 damage. This was our fourth game. I think I'm going to let you guys go here. I'm happy with this one. I don't have much more to say. I think we played this one fine. But yeah, just be careful if a light tank on Redshire comes up like where the T-92 was. For whatever reason, I just thought he wasn't sitting there anymore. That's what I usually do, is I'll go up into the bush he was in, and it's pretty good. But yeah, we tried, and he spotted us, but we're able to run away. And with the ELC even 90, because it's so small, you're able to basically bait shots when you... I would never really go around saying you should bait shots in the even 90, but sometimes you have the opportunity to do it if you... Especially if there's a lot of like weird terrain where you can kind of go up and down or whatever. There's like buildings you can like quickly dive behind. But the even 90 is really good at doing that like slalom because it's so small and so freaking hard to hit, especially if someone's trying to hit you with like HE and the shell velocity is slow, and you guys know what I'm talking about. So anyway, that's pretty good. I don't know who this guy is. Well done with scouting. Thanks. So that's how I would play it, guys. Like, I have 2,480 battles in this vehicle, and I 3-marked at one point, and look at what my MOE is at. So it's just like one of those tanks that everyone plays now, and I feel like whenever I play it, I can't do anything because I'm always on maps such as Tundra and such as El Haluf, and Glacier was okay, whatever, man. Um, but yeah, like this tank, man, it's just like when you want a tank like the Hawk 30, the M41. Let me rephrase. Whenever I'm playing the Even 90, I'd always rather be in one of these vehicles because the situation is just always calling for it. But these things are really good at diving in and out. Like it's like a gnat. You know how gnats like in the summer, man, they like fly in your face and stuff, and you're trying to like shoo them away, and they just keep coming back. Like you shoo them away, they fly like 5 feet away, and then they come right back. That's what you can do in the Even 90 in certain situations as well. I don't want to say this tank is versatile because the gun is crap, but it's one of the best tanks for passive scouting and then rushing in at the end of the game because it's so small and so quick and agile. It's actually not that fast, but once you're up to speed, it's pretty agile. Plus, I have really good crew, and you're just able to like, fling it around and like hit someone twice and then keep running and dive away. It's great, man. And this thing is pretty good at it too. But like just look at the bat chat and then look at the even. Like, see how much smaller it is. So that's the really good characteristic of this vehicle that I want you guys to use. Use its small size, its concealment, and its ability to dive in and out with its 3-round clip. Don't complain about the gun like I do. Don't complain about not being able to hit your shots and stuff. Just get really close to people at the end of the game, spot first, and then get close to people at the end of the game, rush them, and like just you could literally hug tanks like this. You can literally hug the side of them and they'll never be able to hit you. The super heavies and stuff like that, like you can get really creative with Even 90, and that's why I have 2,500 battles in this thing because it's just fun. But eventually you have to move on, right? And now I would argue one of my favorites is the Hawk 30. So anyway, that's it, guys, for the Even 90. Again, I'll show these stats one more time to you. 930 damage over 4 battles, and we did 1377 assistance, 5200 WTR. It's actually really bad, in my opinion. For me, I should be at like 5500 at least in this vehicle. 5200 is actually not that bad. It's okay. Overall, 9100 WTR over the 7 battles that we played with the AMX ELC BIS and the Even 90. Pretty happy with that, and that's all. See you guys for the next one. Bye bye.